a mentor to a lot and lots of journalists out there. Those who want to be journalists, who want to be presenters, and all of that. It's my pleasure to recognize Ayobe. You're welcome. You're welcome. She's a lawyer too. She knows her onions. She knows what she's doing. If you want to learn, these are people you should get close to. All right. Let's get into this proper. I'd like to break it down. There are 3 categories of awards tonight. We recognize some other persons who are here as well. I'll get your names and I'll put it right. There are 3 categories of awards tonight. I need to break it down so we know before we call on the persons. Now, the special prize award is meant to support an improved reporting on in areas that significantly affect the life of Nigeria, the nation of Nigeria. And this year, because usually over the years they take different aspects of the sectors, but this year I remember mentioning the issue of food security earlier on when we had Abdulaziz Musa from Oxfam. And this year there is a special prize in agriculture and food security reporting, and this is supported by Oxfam. It's one of the categories tonight which we'll be recognizing. And then the second category of award is in investigative reporting awards, and that's for journalists who sent in entries and who have been assessed across different categories. Now, these persons may not necessarily have won, but their reports are exceptional. Their reports are very creative, and they have been recognized. They have been given some level of commendation. And then we have the third category, which is the Honorary Lifetime Award for Journalistic Excellence and Anti-Corruption Defender Award. These 2 awards are exceptional. You watch these persons, they've been doing exceptional in their various endeavors, and we decided to, or the board, I'm not there, they decided to recognize them. And now, if we break down, if we go into the special prize award, I'd like to give you so you know what is worth to a great extent. The special prize for agriculture and food security, which is one of the awards I mentioned earlier, is going to go with a certificate of recognition and 200,000 naira prize money. That's to tell you we're not playing here. As well as the international study tour for the winner of that category. And then when it comes to the investigative works, the other category, there are stages. For those who are commended, for the commended works generally, you can see Jerusalem, but you couldn't enter. Not those who died in the wilderness. You saw Jerusalem, but you couldn't enter. But somehow, you still have the feeling of Jerusalem inside. So it's good. Those who will go with a certificate of commendation and a prize money of 100,000 naira. And then the winners, those who are going to be winners tonight, they have an award plaque, a certificate of commendation, 200,000 naira prize money, as well as an international study tour. If you've been following, if you go to the site of the Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism, you will see the pictures and record of those who have won this before and who have traveled across the world, meeting, networking with other people, other journalists across the world. It's really interesting. And then the Nigerian Investigative Journalist of the Year, which is the big one, certainly is a recognition, goes with a glazed award plaque and extra 50,000 naira prize money. So, these are the breakdown of the award. And this is to tell you, certainly, we are not playing here. It's so much. So let's go into the awards proper. And I will coordinate the activity here. First of all, we'll go into the honorary awards. These are personalities who have, over the years, if you watch TV, you listen to radio, their names are being called, doing their thing. These persons are not doing it because they want to win awards. They just feel that the rights of Nigerians should not be trampled upon. They know what the standards are, and they know how far we are from the standards, and they keep voicing the need to stick to standards. And the Wole Soyinka Lifetime Award is what that stands for. It's for journalistic excellence. It was introduced in 2007 to honor the great past, or to the media profession, as an inspiration for the present and the future. And it has been given to several people across over the years. In 2007, when it was initiated, the first recipient went to Alhaji Babatunde Jose. He got that in 2007. And then in 2008, it was given to Mala Madamuchi Roma. In 2009, it was given to Dr. Christopher Kolade, and that was in 2009. And then in 2010, it was given to Dr. Doyin Abiola. In 2011, it was given to Larry Doe. And then in 2012, it was given to Benson Idonije. In 2013, it went to Ama Ogan. And in 2014, it went to Ademola Oshinubi. And in 2015, it went to Bimbo Olede. And in 2016, it went to Kabiru Yusuf. These are people who have been doing excellently well in their various endeavors. And this year, the Lifetime Award for Excellence is going to two persons. And it is my honor to call on these persons who are so recognized this year, 2017. Okay. This Lifetime Award for Journalistic Excellence, this year, one person, if you have to read, I'm going to have the pleasure to read his citation, and you will get to understand why he is the one this award goes to. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome, to stand right beside me here, Edetain Ojo. Can we put our hands together? You can do better. Okay. Now, let us use this next few minutes to understand Mr. Ojo, who stands here. It is my honor to be the one to read the citation tonight. Now the bitter 30-year capsule, that is the years between 1985 and 2015, were perhaps the most significant years in the definition of the Nigerian press from the perspective of abuses, resistance, and resilience. And these 3 decades came to epitomize the challenge of being and becoming for an institution that has done so much for the freedom and the development of the Nigerian nation. Never in the history of the Nigerian media did we witness this type of abuses, the types of mindless attacks as we witnessed in the 3 decades under discussion between 1985 and 2015, if you aggregate everything put together. Now, Africa was undergoing the last breath of dictators and the resistance fever was intense. Eventually, something changed in the year 2000, and the African Charter for the Political and People's Rights was ratified by the African Union as a continental charter and as a reference document for the defense and promotion of human rights of its people. Now, with the birth of this treaty document also came the afflorescence of human rights organizations generally on the continent. One of the earliest of such organizations, and certainly the first to be targeted for the promotion of media rights in our country, is the Media Rights Agenda. In those years, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy through that period of time. But one of the human forces behind these processes is the newspaper man and activist. They call him newspaper man at that time, Edetayo Ojo. And Edetayo Ojo started his journalism career at the flagship of the Nigerian press, the Guardian newspaper, where he reported the judiciary and he excelled. Now, he was a tireless but very determined reporter who without fail will be at the newsroom every afternoon, although his temperamental Datsun, your car at that time. The sports car often had other ideas. Sometimes when he wants to be here, no, the car wants to be at the other side. So you can see when you are not in tandem with your car, you know what that means to meeting up with time, meeting up with reports and all of that. But he had to overcome all of that. Now, the battered car, his Datsun, which could barely take a passenger with the driver, would rather shoot the breeze on the traffic crazy Lagos roads than make it to the Rutam house. Now, along the line, at the time became bigger than his judiciary beat and needed to do something more challenging and less constrictive than struggling to meet up with the afternoon deadlines in the newsroom in July 1999. Now, he led Media Rights Agenda to present a draft Freedom of Information bill to the then Nigeria House of Representatives. He has been a crusader for press freedom and works with many organizations in rebuilding the media. He has been involved in regional and international human rights activism as chairman of the board of the Media Foundation for West Africa and member of the advisory group for the African Platform on Access to Information, the BBC World Service Trust Lead Africa Media Development Initiative, and the task force of the UN Economic Commission for Africa. Now, he has also contributed to the African Freedom of Information Center and the International Media Support. As the former convener of the International Freedom of Expression Exchange in Africa, he worked tirelessly for the advancement of media and information issues, which bagged him an award by IFEX for activism on access to information in 2011. Now, the year the Freedom of Information Act was legislated into law, we all knew how long it took before the Freedom of Information Act was made law. Good. We can now see one of the powers behind it. Now, the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism Board commends Edetayo Ojo for his principled stand on press freedom, good governance, and social justice globally. Edetayo Ojo is hereby awarded the Lifetime Award for Journalistic Excellence for his consistency towards the growth of the Nigerian media, his leadership of issues around media rights, and dogged trailblazing efforts at ensuring the passage of the Freedom of Information Act. Ladies and gentlemen, for the Lifetime Award for Excellence 2017, we give it to Edetayo Ojo. And to present this award, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome on stage here Professor Ropo Shekoni to do the presentation.
Congratulations at the time. Your
Thank you.
check is coming.
Yeah, use it. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Can we put our hands together for him? Thank you so much. The next award is also very special. It's also an honorary award. The Anti-Corruption Defender Award. This was instituted in 2009 by the Center in collaboration with a number of civil society organizations in honor of a Nigerian individual or organization deemed to be of outstanding character and who has a public record of stance against corruption. Now, whoever wins this award must have been consistent, seen by all to be consistent. Not for any reason, but just be consistent. It's a lifestyle of consistency against corruption. Okay. Okay, the recipient was supposed to say something, whether he accepts the award or he rejects the award. You know, when it comes to the issues of the law, don't just take it like that. The issues of the laws are there. So let me welcome Detai Ojo to say something. I'm sorry for that. You know, I have my learned fathers here, so they'll always correct me. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Let me also follow Professor Lionshaw to stand on existing protocols. They say there's no greater honor than one given to you by your peers. And I think in this respect, I feel very honored. We've really fought these battles together. So I'm surprised that those who have also been involved in this battle have decided to honor me. It's something I appreciate very deeply. Thank you very much. I accept the award.
Thank you very much. Thank you. They say the reward for hard work is more work. So we expect more of that. Thank you very much. Now, the next award is the Anti-Corruption Defender Award. And I was, you know, breaking it down earlier. It was established in 2009, and the center did it in collaboration with a number of civil society organizations in Nigeria in honor of a Nigerian or a group of Nigerian or any organization at all that has been consistent against anti-corruption in Nigeria. And the award has been previously given to, over the years, in 2009, it was given to Malam Nuhu Ribadu, former chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. And in 2010, it was posthumously given to Chief Gani Fawehimi, which is really very deserved. And that was in 2010. Then in 2011, it was given to Justice Kayode Esho. In 2012, it was given to Alhaji Balarabe Musa, former governor of Kaduna State in the Second Republic. In 2013, it was given to Dr. Chidi Odinkalo. In 2014, it was given to Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP. At least we have heard of SERAP almost every time on the news when they come up to say, no, we can't accept that from the Senate, no, we can't accept that from the reps, no, we can't accept that, as the case may be. They have been consistent, actually. And in 2015, it went to Professor Atahiru Jega. I think for that year, no one deserved that award than he did. Except Orubebe. Okay. And in 2016, the award went to Public Private Development Center, that's the PPDC. And this year, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to let you know that for 2017, the award The Anti-Corruption Defender Award goes to no other but Dr. Obiageli Ezekwesili. I'd like to welcome her to the stage right now, to stand by me now. You can do better. You can do better. You can do better. You're welcome, ma. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me have the honor of ordering you to stand here now. Thank you, ma. Okay. Now, one recent area that we have always seen Dr. Ezekwesili on TV, heard her voice on radio, on the print, and all of that is a Bring Back Our Girls. That's one of the most recent. Apart from that, she has always been voicing for the rights of not just ladies, not just women, not just girls, but Nigerians generally. This is an example of persons who went into service and not just go to serve, go to be in government, and then when you finish, nobody hears about you again. But this is about real service. All right. Now, in promoting transparency and accountability in government, and for a life dedicated to the empowerment of the Nigerian child with an unstinting commitment to the values of good governance, justice, and equity, this year's Anti-Corruption Defender Award is given to Dr. Obiageli Ezekwesili. At a time when, yes, is well deserved. At a time when she could have kept quiet and lobbied for a political appointment with the government of the day, Obi, as she is called, chose the path of honor to spearhead the campaign for the Bring Back Our Girls, which is named the BBOG, and for a former Minister of Education and the Vice President of the World Bank Africa Division, a position she held from 2007 to 2012, that was like committing a class suicide. She was only following the dictates of her heart and the indelible traits of her father. Born in April 28, 1963, Dr. Ezekwesili has a master's degree in international law and diplomacy from the University of Lagos, and a master's, yes, it's well deserved, and a master's of public administration degree from the Kennedy School of Government, Harvard University. I thought you would clap for that. She trained with the firm of Deloitte and Touch and qualified as a chartered accountant. She is a founding member of Transparency International, a global non-governmental organization aimed at fighting crime and corruption, and was also a director of Integrity, a non-governmental organization. She served as a pioneer director for Africa and worked with Professor Jeffrey Sachs at the Center for International Development at Harvard. Dr. Ezekwesili headed the Budget Monitoring and Price Intelligence Unit of former President Olusegun Obasanjo's government, where she earned the nickname Madam Due Process. And that was for her work in process mechanisms, strategies, and public procurement of the federal government of Nigeria. And she was the architect of the Bureau for Public Procurement Legislation and Nigeria Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative, the NEITI legislation, and new minerals and mining legislation during her 6.5-year stint in government. At NEITI, she led the first ever national implementation of the global standards and principles of transparency in oil and gas sector, amongst many other accomplishments. On both new and traditional media, she has been a voice against crooked practices in government. Therefore, for her public stance against corruption, the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism hereby confer Dr. Obiageli Ezekwesili with this year's Anti-Corruption Defender Award 2017. Congratulations, ma'am. I'd like to call on Professor Rokpo Shekoni to present this award. Can you put our hands together now?
On behalf of Wole Soyinka Center, I present this to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, let's give her the mic whether she accepts the award or not.
Considering that I am transparently holding the award, I think it can be assumed that I have wholeheartedly accepted it. But let me say thank you very much to the board of the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism. I want you to know that you have one fan in me for the kind of work that you're doing to raise the standard of the practice of journalism in our society. As I often say to young journalists that are my friends, I say to them that you are in a profession that's so honorable. Of all the professions, yours is mentioned explicitly in the Constitution of the country. That counts for something very honorable and dignifying. And so anytime you choose the path of dishonor in the practice of that profession, you do such injury to society beyond anything you can imagine. And so when I see your center doing the kind of work that you're presently doing, celebrating excellence in journalism, I can only join my voice with the voices of all other people who would love to see public accountability be entrenched as a principal nuance of democratic maturation of our society. So I thank you very much for this award, and I of course want to make sure that every citizen will understand that this award is a symbolism for their voices in demanding accountability. All of us, all of us, all of us must activate the office of the citizen, because that office of the citizen is the one that gives legitimacy to all other offices. And if we should play our role well, all other offices will have absolutely no incentive to malfunction, as they presently sometimes do. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you. Okay. The next prize now is a special prize. We have broken them down earlier. The next prize is a special prize for agriculture and food security. Okay. This year, the special prize for agriculture and food security has been very exceptional and very strategic as well. The issue of food security is on the front burner because when they say that reports show, the projections show that by 2050, Nigeria will be the third most populated country in the world. After China, India, then you're going to have Nigeria. Now, if that population is going to explode that much, and you look around, and we say, okay, right now, are we laying the foundation to be able to feed all the people in Nigeria at that time in 2050? 2050 is just less than 3-4 decades from now. Are we going to be able to feed them? When if you go to our hinterlands, our farmers are still using hoe and cutlass to cut grass, to cultivate and all of that. Where are the mechanized farming? So, that is why this year, they decided to put a searchlight on food security as a way of encouraging reporters to make it known. Sound the alarm now. Let everyone know that we have an emergency as far as food security is concerned. And this year, it is my pleasure to let you know that the special prize for agriculture and food security goes to no other than Tadaferua Ujohafo. Tadaferua Ujohafo. I think I'll take my classes now on how to pronounce your name.
Ujora Tadaferua.
Ujoria. Pronounce it, let me.
Ujora Tadaferua.
Okay. Ujoria Tadaferua.
Or you can say
that. I'm in class now. You're welcome.
Let me just let me put it like this for you. Tadaferua is that's the full name. It's an Orobo name. It means whatever a rich man says is the truth. Now, I'll give you the short form.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever a rich man says is always the truth.
And Dafe is the short form. Dafe is simplified as a rich man, just a rich man.
Okay.
But whatever a rich man says is the truth is the first level of meaning. Names have different levels of meaning. The deeper meaning which I prefer is the fact that the name is like a guidance. It's an encouragement to me. It could be interpreted this way: if you worship me, I will bless you. This is the fuller, deeper meaning that I prefer using.
Okay, so I hope that refers to God and not you. You're welcome. Okay. Now, this is a special award, like I said earlier. But let's understand what this stands for now. Dafe. Let me shorten it now, isn't it? Now, his story on local rice. Now, the bitter, sweet side of an economy driven by women, published in Daily Trust newspaper. Now, Dafe is an award-winning journalist and recipient of a number of media fellowships. Okay. He is currently the deputy editor features, the Daily Trust newspaper. Now, this story investigates the lives of thousands of women rice farmers in Kogi State, and it tells the story of female farmers who develop poor vision as a result of bits of rice flying into their eyes while working within the fertile fields of Ida and Ibaji. Those who are familiar with the terrain in Kogi State will certainly know what this story is about. And it tells the story of female farmers who develop poor vision, yeah? Now, these women constitute 70% of the population, spend countless hours on the farm, but end up with damaged eyes. And breathing, they also have breathing problems sometimes because of the exposures, as they do not have protective gear for the daily process of sieving the husk of the rice. If you watch reports sometime, you see women, they allow the air to sieve the rice, the shaft from the seed. To a great extent, we're looking at a report that featured on the harmful effects of that exposure. And the story also highlights the growing poverty in the area, which is linked with the lack of adequate modern machinery, and calls for urgent assistance from the government to invest in and enable the sector. Judges commended that this story will give impetus to the government initiative on local rice production with the need to leverage on their achievements. It is also a pointer to the sufferings of those involved in the cultivation chain, especially the women folk. For those who come from Kogi State, who come from Benue, who come from Nasarawa State, who come from Taraba State, you know the effort of women in the farms. Up until this year, there are still people marrying 3-4 wives for the sake of farming. Just for the sake of farming. We used to grow up when our grandfathers used to, marry for the sake of agriculture. But this is 21st century. We still have it going on. All right, so it's our pleasure to give this prize, a special prize for agriculture and food security, to Dafe Ujarafo for this year's award. Congratulations. I'd like to call on Abdulaziz Musa of Oxfam in Nigeria to do the presentation of this award.
I'm very excited to give you this award for two main reasons. One, because your story was about women, and two, which is also a lovely coincidence that I'm giving it to a rich man. And I'm saying this because, for the young people, it's an irony, yeah? For young people who see agriculture as a poor man's business. But hopefully you will give them that inspiration. You will bless them, as you said, so that they begin to get the wealth from agriculture. Congratulations. You want to say anything? Congratulations.
Yes. Can you do so straight away?
Yeah.
Should I help you hold the money? Congratulations. Oh, okay.
Yes. Well, I will say that this is coming at a very significant moment in my career, because the paradox is right now working on another story which has a very strong agricultural base. And then this has already taken me to about 11 states. I need to go to 15 states to tie up that story. And so when about a week ago I read the email announcing this, I was overwhelmed, because I knew that I had applied for the agricultural category. So I think this shows that I'm very interested in agricultural themes. So thank you very much for the encouragement. But let me also add one little point which generated some laughter a few minutes ago, and which is when I said, if you worship me, I will bless you. It is a calling. It is like, if I will serve the Lord, he will bless me. That's all. I thought I should make that clarification. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we understand. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you. Don't forget to pay your tithe. Okay. Now we want to be as fast as possible so we can beat time, because we are very strict and disciplined here when it comes to time. Let's go into the other award presentation now. We're starting with the Prince category. And we want to go into the commended works. Remember, I told you earlier when we were breaking down the awards, some entries are very commendable and others One, others a runner-up, and others won. So let's go into one of the commended works now in the print category. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome for commended works in print for this year, the Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting goes to Chinwe Agbeze. Congratulations and welcome. Let me be the first to shake your hands. Congratulations. Thank you. Can you stand by me here? Yeah. See? Okay. Now, Chinwe Agbeze, for her story, Cheese Balls Company. That's the title of the story. Where slave goes on, or where slavery goes on. Cheese Balls Company, where slavery goes on. It was published in Business Day newspaper on 19th February 2017. Chinwe is a retail and consumer business investigative correspondent with Business Day newspaper. Agbeze's story is an undercover investigation into a Lagos-based Indian cheese balls factory where hygiene and respect for human dignity are disregarded. Now, she disguised as a job seeker, I have to tell you the audacity, and became a casual worker at the manufacturing factory. The story narrates the travels of workers who labor for 12 hours under inhumane conditions for 900 naira a day. 900 naira a day. Now, the expose brought to light regulatory failures of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, in its primary duty of ensuring production sites strictly adhere to hygiene standards. And Agbeze is commended for her gallantry in using the tool of investigative journalism to expose the labor and health violation in an organization expected to follow global standards. Ladies and gentlemen, we present this award this year, commended work to Chinwe Agbeze. Can we put our hands together for her? It is my honor to welcome Mr. Gbemiga Ogunlaye, the Provost of the Nigerian Institute of Journalism, to do the presentation of this award. Okay. Congratulations. Congratulations. Only you 2 times. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. The Chinwe, yeah. You will just say one thing briefly, whether you accept or not.
Of course I do. Thank you very much for this. When I was doing this story, I was not expecting it to take me this far. And I'll say I'm really, really honored. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. All right, let's move now to the runner-up of this, the print category for the Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting. The runner-up, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to let you know that this year's award goes to Mojid Alabi for the runner-up for the Wole Soyinka Investigative Reporting Award in the print category. Congratulations. Let me have the pleasure of shaking your hands. Congratulations. Can you stand by me here? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Mojid Alabi for his story, Nyanya Blasts. Victims' agonies live on. It was published in the New Telegraph newspaper on 27th and 28th July 2017. Now, Mojeed Alabi is a reporter with New Telegraph newspaper with over 7 years experience. Now, he was the winner of the print category of the 2016 Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting. Yeah, he was earned. Now, this two-part report is an investigation on the whereabouts of about 98 million naira contributed by some governors in 2014 to support victims of the bomb blast at the motor park in Nyanya in Abuja. I guess some persons, if you remember that story very well. Now, his investigation confirmed that staff members of the Secretariat siphoned that money. And he covered interactions with those involved, including the Association of Bomb Blast Victims. I had the privilege of interviewing one of the secretary of that union on the program sometime, and they were narrating their ordeal. And the fraudulent ways in which the funds were withdrawn from the Secretariat's bank account. He covered all of those. Although many of the victims were still left unpaid, the publication of this story prompted payment to some verified victims. The story was selected for its holistic investigation into the deplictitious use of funds meant for victims of tragedy in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mojeed Alabi. Congratulations. Congratulations. It is my honor. I'd like to welcome Mrs. Nneka Ijoma of Chevron to do the presentation of this award.
Congratulations, Moji. I hope that this award would encourage you to keep up the good work.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Just a word if you have to.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And thank you very much to Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism for the good work you are doing. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Now, the winner for this year's print category of the Wole Soyinka. All right. Now, this report was on how corruption, favoritism thrive in Uni-Ilorin. Is a focal point. And that story was published in the Nation newspaper on 14th, 15th, and 16th March 2017 by Adekunle Yusuf, an investigative reporter who won this award in 2015. Congratulations. Adekunle's special report was an investigation into cases of corruption and favoritism in Uni-Ilorin. Now, the investigation, which spanned over 4 years, uncovered several cases of corrupt practices by top university officials who continually received salaries for positions they did not hold. Now, the reporter masked as a guest lecturer and engaged the services of some university officials to review pay slips, policy documents, and government salary policies. Now, this story was selected and referred to as a brilliant expose into the administration of an institution which was presumed to be the citadel of perfection. When it comes to rating, we know where Uni-Ilorin stands, isn't it? When it comes to rating of Nigerian universities. So how come it is one of those involved with this? So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you the winner for the print category of the Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporter this year, 2017, to Adekunle Yusuf. Give it up for him. I will still call on Mrs. Nneka Ijoma of Chevron to present this award.
Congratulations, Yusuf. I'm particularly pleased because Yusuf is a friend of mine and former colleague. And I hope this encourages you to keep up the good job.
The money first. Okay. The money first. Okay. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, everything go together? Yes. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay. I can hold the money for you while you say something.
I think without saying anything, you know, I've already accepted this award. I feel immensely honored, you know, for winning this award for the second time in 3 years. So my gratitude to the Nation newspaper, you know, for giving me the platform and the support to do what I care about. So for the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Reporting, please keep on doing the good work, because what you stand for in this country is that you promote issues that matter. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, let's move to the next category now, because all the media were under scrutiny. Now for radio category, next is the radio category. But there was no winner in the radio category. Television category. There was no winner for the category on television. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to let you know we have the grand patron of the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism, Professor Wole Soyinka. Can we put our hands together? Honor to whom honor is due right now. Thank you very much. Thank you. Professor Wole Soyinka is the first African to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. He has made Africa proud and made the world proud. You're welcome, sir. Now, the next category is the editorial cartoon category. And in that category, we also have no winner. Now, remember earlier, I told you that this award has integrity. You mustn't just give the award because we have to give the award. We have also read the story of Mo Ibrahim Award, where no African leader wins the award in some of the years. You don't just give the award because this year we have to give the award. That's to tell you the integrity behind the awards. Okay, now let's get to the online category. For commended works, for some of the entries that were exceptional and creative, but one way or the other couldn't make it into the runner-up, or for those who saw Jerusalem and couldn't enter. Ladies and gentlemen, for commended works on online category for this year's Wole Soyinka Investigative Reporting Award goes to Ebere Nduku. Can we put our hands together? Can we come fast, so we can? We can do better. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. All right. Ebere Nduku for his story investigation on Arigbeshola and the scam called Okpoimo. Okpoimo. I have to go to classes again. Opoimo. It was published in Ripples, Nigeria on 20th and 21st October 2017. Now, Ebere is the politics correspondent at Ripples, Nigeria, an online news platform. Now, the report was an investigation into the distribution of Opoimo. What does it mean? Okwaimo. All right, in English, it is called the Tablet of Knowledge. The irony is, I was in Oshobo recently, and we had the opportunity of speaking with him, and it was much of commendation for the tablet, you know, from what we heard and all of that. Now the story is out on what the thing really is. Now, the report was an investigation in the distribution of the Tablet of Knowledge, an e-learning device introduced to Osun State secondary schools in 2013. Now, the device was introduced to help solve the educational needs of senior secondary school students in Osun State. However, despite the introduction of this device, Osun State ranked 29th in 2016 West African Examination Council results. Now, the investigation uncovered fraud and scam, revealing the poor distribution of the device contrary to claims by the state government. Now, after the investigation, the Osun State government announced the distribution of another round of the device and made efforts to update the tablets. And Ebere is hereby commended for his important story, for that revelation. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ebere Nduku. It is my honor to welcome on stage to do the presentation GT Ogunye, the Secretary of the Board. All right, by the powers vested in me, I say congratulations. I have, because we want to beat time, I assume that you've accepted the award. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We want to be able to cut off time so we can round off. Let's move to the runner-up now for online category. Those who stood on the mountain and saw Jerusalem and couldn't enter. This is their time now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to say the runner-up for this category, online category, for the Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Journalism goes to Kemi Busari. Congratulations. Let me have the honor of shaking your hands. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Now, Kemi Busari is the runner-up for his story investigation, Corruption, Extortion, Reign at Nigeria Immigration Passport Office, published in Premium Times newspaper on the 18th and 27th August 2017. Now, this two-part reporter's diary exposed the myriads of corruption perpetrated by officials of Nigeria Immigration Service in the issuance and renewal of international passports. Now, the investigation revealed negotiations with officials who charged as much as 30,000 naira for a passport that should cost 17,000 naira, and 35,000 naira for a 64-page passport. Now, the probe saw a team of investigation sent to Lagos, and officers mentioned in the story summoned to the headquarters. The following week, the service closed all shops run by touts within the NIS premises and banned cash payments for passport processing at all passport offices nationwide. That is what we're talking about. Making contribution to the system. Now, the impact of the story was also evident in a follow-up with some applicants who paid online and were attended to promptly in Lagos and the Abuja office. In October 2017, the Senate refused to approve the NIS budget over alleged fraudulent agreements entered with some companies. Evidently, the debate and scrutiny by the lawmakers was imminent as a result of corruption in the service exposed recently. If we've been following those stories, we know what it's talking about. The investigative story was selected for its depth and high impact of the investigation. For those who go to the passport office now and things are easier, you can see the power behind the change. Ladies and gentlemen, put it up, give it up for Kemi Busari. Congratulations. Let me welcome to do the presentation of this award the Deputy Ambassador of the Netherlands, Michelle Dielen.
Congratulations, very impressive, and I think a lot of people will benefit from this because we all know what kind of a mess it was. Well done, well done.
Congratulations. 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 Let me shake your hands, and on your behalf, I know you have accepted.
Of course.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's move on now to those who went through all the 40 years in the wilderness and entered into Jerusalem. The Joshua and Caleb of the online category for the Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting. Ladies and gentlemen, this category, the winner for this online category goes to Olufisayo Soyombo. Congratulations. He's walking like a winner, isn't it? Congratulations. Thank you very much. You can stand there. Now, Olufisayo, this is for his story, Undercover in Borno. Borno children are dying at IDP camps. Foodstuff are disappearing. You all know that very touching story. At Sema store. It was published in the cable newspaper on the 29th of December 2017. Now, upon hearing that the government and emergency officials were diverting relief aid meant for victims of insurgency in the northeast, Fisayo embarked on an undercover investigation. And he disguised as a relief aid donor in order to penetrate an IDP camp and the Borno State Emergency Management Agency. His investigations revealed that government agents had been stealing food and other aid materials meant for victims of Boko Haram insurgency housed in Borno IDP camps. And after the story was published, President Muhammadu Buhari said his government was aware of some of the mistakes and wrongdoings in handling the affairs of the IDPs. And in April 2017, suspended Babachir Lawal, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, following his indictment by the Senate for allegedly mismanaging funds in his capacity as chairman of the Presidential Initiative on the Northeast in Nigeria. Fisayo was winner of the online category of the 2016 Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting, as well as the 2016 Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism in Nigerian Investigative Journalist of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Olufisayo Soyombo. Congratulations. This is the online category. I'd like to call on Sheun Onigbinde of the Budget Office to do the presentation of this award. You're welcome. He's also dressed like a winner. Congratulations.
Yeah. All right. Fisayo is my very good friend. Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah, this is all right. Okay.
Thank you very much. Since you entered Jerusalem, I'll let you say something briefly.
Thank you. I reject every plan of the enemy to make me reject this award. If there's something I've learned in 2017, it is that victory belongs to God, success belongs to God. We humans just try. But in many ways this year, I found out that only God rewards man with success. So I'm grateful to God. I want to dedicate this award to Mr. Simon Kolawole, my former boss, to say thank you to him for everything I learned under him. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Let's get into the next category now, the photojournalism category for the Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting. Now let's start with the commended works. Some of this, the commended works, like I told you earlier, are those who displayed some high level of creativity and also audacity, if I may say. And for commended works for the photojournalism category for the Wole Soyinka Award, we have Ayodele Adeniran. Ayodele Adeniran of the Guardian newspaper. Congratulations. Let me have the honor of shaking your hands. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, Ayodele Adeniran, this is for his photo tragedy. Tragedy is another 3-story building collapse in Lagos. Tragedy as another 3-story building collapse in Lagos. It was published in the Guardian newspaper on 23rd of July 2017. Ayodele is a photojournalist at the Guardian newspaper. The photograph shows rescue workers retrieving a 5-year-old girl who was trapped in a collapsed building in Lagos. 2 people lost their lives after the building collapsed following heavy rainfall. The State Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development spoke on the issue and appealed to property owners and developers to henceforth adhere strictly to planning and building laws and regulations. And the Lagos State Building Control Agency has also embarked on a comprehensive audit of buildings with the state or within the state with the view of identifying defective structures for immediate removal. This photo is commended for its gripping depiction of the effect of poor building construction on unsuspecting residents. Ladies and gentlemen, commended works. Give it up for Ayodele Adeniran. Congratulations. You can see the story there. I'd like to welcome for the presentation of this award, Ms. Yemi Ademolekon. Adamolekon. Is she here? Okay. Let me call on the provost of the NIJ to do the presentation, Mr. Gbemiga Ogunleye. Congratulations. Congratulations. I assume you've accepted the award. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you. Let's move up to the runner-up in this category, the photojournalism category for the Wole Soyinka Award this year, 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to let you know that the runner-up for this award is Kolawole Aliu of the Leadership newspaper. Congratulations. 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 Let me have the honor of shaking your hands. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Kaude Aliu, he's been honored, Kola Wole rather, for Aliu was honored for his photo, VIO being molested by hoodlums for trying to arrest a traffic offender. And this story was published in the Leadership newspaper on 13th August 2016. Kola Wole is a journalist who has worked with several media houses such as the national newspapers, Vanguard newspaper and National Mirror. And the photograph depicted a law enforcement officer manhandled by a hoodlum while he was discharging his duty. Now, the vehicle inspection officer was trying to arrest a traffic offender at Oregon in Ikeja when the mob decided to shield the offender and molested the law enforcer, almost resulting in a scuffle. Now, through this photo, Kola Wole wishes that the public will be appraised to abide by traffic rules and keep decorum while expressing themselves. He hoped that this photo would enlighten the public to respect law enforcement officers as they work to ensure safety on our roads. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kola Wole Aliu. Congratulations. I'd like to welcome for the presentation of this award, Professor Ralph Akinfeleye of the Department of Mass Communication, University of Lagos.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism, I present this award to you for your excellent journalistic performance. Congratulations. Kudos. Okay, this one, hold this one first. Say something. If you say something, say something.
No comments. No. Yeah. Just to say, glory be to Almighty Allah who has bestowed this award on me. And again, to say thank you to the organizer for this award. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's get into the winner of this category now. The Photojournalism Category Award for the Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Ayodele Ojo. It's with the Sun newspaper. Congratulations. He's dressed like the sun. Thank you. Congratulations. Now, Ayodele Ojo, this is for his photo, Law of Jackpot, or Jackboot rather, published in the Daily Sun newspaper on the 10th of May 2017. The award-winning journalist Ayodele Ojo is the chief photojournalist with the Sun Publishing Limited. The photograph shows two uniformed soldiers beating up a bus conductor for his refusal to allow them board his bus. And he had refused because of the financial shortfall he would experience. Now, his explanation, however, was not taken lightly and the beating unfolded. The assault of the men in uniform was a humiliation of the driver and the conductor and depicted the military as lawless. At least we saw the performance earlier on that depicted something like that. The picture adds to the now growing catalogue of consistent police brutality, violation of human rights, and negation of the purpose of the Nigerian police and the army. Ayodele Ojo previously made the list of commended works and was runner-up of the photograph category of the 2016 Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting. This year, he is the winner of the photo category for the Wole Soyinka Investigative Reporting Award. Congratulations. I'd like to invite Professor Layo Osho to do the presentation of this award.
Okay. The manifest or the plan? Congratulations. Congratulations.
All right, sir. Yeah, but you can keep the money if you want.
Oh, wow. I really, short of word, I want to thank God Almighty for this opportunity. It's been a privilege. In 2015, I was third. Last year, I came second. This year, I won it. I want to thank Wole Soyinka Investigative for the privilege, and I want to dedicate it to the member of the Sun Publishing for giving me the platform to be able to showcase my case. It's been an honor, and I want to say that Wole Soyinka, I will not disappoint you. I will continue to do more. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. This is to let you know that besides all the big monies they are carrying and all of that, all the breakdown I gave you earlier, the winners will be having, in addition to their prize money and all the tours they'll be having, 2 terabytes hard drive for all the winners. We are here at the big one now. In all of these awards we have given out, there's one that stands out of all of them, which is the overall. That is where we're going now. After painstakingly scrutinizing, going through, checking, turning it, checking all the details meticulously, one reporter stood out. Ladies and gentlemen, for this year's overall winner of the Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting, help me welcome Adekunle Yusuf. Congratulations. Congratulations. I think I'll have the honor of hugging you. Thank you. Congratulations. Right. Okay. Now, Adekunle Yusuf, this is for his story I told you earlier on, for how corruption and favoritism thrived in University of Ilorin, and it was published in the Nation newspaper, like I said earlier. Now, the judges board of the 2017 Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting agree that the story is well written and is a benchmark for others to emulate. Now, the judges highlighted that the reporter, Adekunle Yusuf, made use of knowledgeable resource persons to interpret data, to make the narrative lucid and precise. So it's not just exposing it, but the process also mattered. Now, Adekunle won the print category of the 2015 Wole Soyinka Award for Investigative Reporting, and for a well-rounded and thoroughly researched story, Adekunle Yusuf makes the celebrated list of the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism Nigerian Investigative Reporter of the Year in 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Adekunle Yusuf for the overall. And in this category, there is no other that can present this award than the grand patron of the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on stage Professor Wole Soyinka. You're welcome, Professor. Right.
I'm just coming from an event. That's why I was late, in fact. There's some kids who got together, and they're called Corruption Busters. And it's just been formally launched at Lekki, so that's where I was coming from. So what a marvelous coincidence, coming straight from the award to give you this award for that very topic. It's really a good signal for the battle against corruption. Congratulations.
Wow, that's big. Congratulations. Okay, congratulations. He has collected lots of money before. Okay. Bring the money, bring the money, bring the money, bring the money. Aha, good. So much. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. All right. I am going to have the privilege to keep the professor on stage while you make your statement, and then I'm going to invite the Lifetime Award for Journalist Excellence winner, as well as an Anti-Corruption Defender Award winner earlier on, after he goes away, for the professor, the grand patron, to do a formal presentation of that award again. So let's have your speech this time around. Professor, let's keep you on stage.
My first time on this podium, I thanked the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism, as well as my employers, the Nation newspaper. I think I should say a bit about the story, because since March, when the story was published, I've been, made to answer a lot of questions by, many people in the academia, many people in the political circuits and all that. The questions will be, why single out Unilorin in a country of over 158 universities, 40 universities owned by the federal government of Nigeria, 44 by the 36 states of the federation, and 74 private universities. So some people will ask me, who stepped onto your toes among Unilorin officials to warrant this, journalistic annihilation? And I will say no. That some will say, so I can't continue to reel out the questions. Some will say, are you really sure that this report was born out of pure journalistic, interest? So all the questions, I have not been able to answer many of them directly. But what triggered the story was this. There was an American professor, a Fulbright professor, who came here for his Fulbright scholarship. And when he was leaving Nigeria, he asked that we should meet. And I tried to, give him audience. During our encounter, he made me to believe that he has a big regard for the Nigerian press, for its robustness and all that. But he regretted that the Nigerian journalism had become part of the problems of Nigeria. He told me emphatically that with the kind of journalism that we do in Nigeria, that Nigeria can never prosper. And I was shocked. And I asked him a lot of questions. So he told me specifically that the problem is that we reporters in Nigeria we focus our energy on political office holders. That it's like we believe that all the problems of Nigeria revolve around them. He said that he's been in Nigeria for some years, that he's 100% sure that the big corruptions that truly hinder the development of our country truly don't happen in the political firmament, that they take place in our academic sector. That if we focus our energy and skills on relentless coverage of the educational sector, that is 100% sure that this country will turn around within a few years. That the educational sector has become the breeding ground for successive generation of bad people in Nigeria. So that left me flustered, because I said, what kind of perspective is this? I decided to think about it. Then after some years, I said, no, let me even try it. So I was in University of Lagos. I was in UI 3 times. I was in OAU. I was in the University in Abeokuta. I went to Yaba Tech. I went to as many colleges of education, polytechnics, and I had gathered a lot. So along the line, I found out that my scope, with the scope I had on my hands, I won't be able to, achieve anything. That why not look, take one university and use it as a mirror for all other, higher institutions in Nigeria. Then I now started asking, which one is the best in Nigeria? So everybody kept saying that, oh, Unilearning, of course, oh, Unilearning, of course. Then I checked, the JAM data and many other things, and I found out that, oh, most Nigerian seekers of higher education prefer to choose Unilearning. I said, okay, that's good. So I decided to focus on Unilearning. So, and by the time my report was, published, you won't believe, the mass hysteria here and there. But there is no name that they didn't call me. They said that I took money and that some people instigated the story and all that. But the beauty, I think my joy was that the management of the Nation newspaper, didn't, disappoint me. They didn't throw me into the jackass, No. Because what the Unilearning, many of you who know the Nigerian educational sector, we know that some of the administrators of Unilearning, they are not just academics. They are more than that. They are well entrenched. They can do anything. But the Nation newspaper stood by me, and I really. And lastly, the fact that because if you read the story, you will know what we are talking about. The fact that some of the characters that were thoroughly indicted in the story, that the fact that some of them are still enjoying their freedom, or that they are still holding public offices, it says volume about the commitment and seriousness of the incumbent administration to the fight against corruption. Thank you very much, Chairman.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Now, these categories of award have been presented before. The honorary awards, the Lifetime Award for Journalistic Excellence, presented to Edetan Ojo. And for record purposes, since our Grand Patron is here, we'd like him to just present them for the record so that we can also capture that on our record. Can we welcome Edetan Ojo to come up here for this presentation of this award? Yes. Thank you very much. No, you give it to the professor to present to you. Okay. Congratulations. All right, now thank you so much. No, there's one more. You're not free yet, Professor. Let's welcome Anti-Corruption Defender Award of the Year, Dr. Obiageli Ezekwesili. Yes. We want to also have them on record when we have a... Oh, good. Very good. There you go. Very good. Congratulations. Very good. Okay. Now, I think, Professor, I wouldn't want you to go down and come back again. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. I think I can still pass the microphone to where you are for his remarks, just briefly. He has a message for all of us, so let me pass the mic to him. Sorry. Oh, okay. He has to come up again? Okay. All right. Sometimes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage the grand patron of the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism, the grand patron of the Wole Soyinka Investigative Reporting Award. Help me jam your hands together for Professor Wole Soyinka to come up now. Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay. Let me have... Okay. Here we are. Here we go. Good. You may sit down.
I don't know what this program. What am I supposed to do?
You just say keynote address to the people.
What keynote address?
Just say
You've already finished. Now you want me to give a keynote. You already opened the door and the gate is almost closed.
You are the leader here, so tell
Oh my God. Oh, I didn't know I was going to give an address. I was told to come and give out some awards, and I thought I would arrange my percentage. All these people coming here to collect money, I'll be doling them out. Well, I want to congratulate the organizers of this award. The entire project